especially if the robber was armed. Okay.
Police investigation can sometimes be
Dangerous.
intentions depend on the
Situation.
situation. For
Example,
these
searching
searching for a robber can be
risky.
risky, and police need to be
Extremely
extremely
cautious.
cautious to ensure their
Safety.
safety
Especially
especially if the robber was armed.
Very good. Okay.
Police investigations can sometimes be dangerous depending on the situation. For example, searching for a robber can be risky, and police need to be extremely cautious to ensure their safety, especially if the robber was armed.
Right, especially if the robber was armed. Police investigations can sometimes be dangerous depending on the situation. Okay.
Police investigations can sometimes be dangerous depending on the situation. For example, searching for a robber can be risky, and police need to be extremely cautious to ensure their safety, especially if the robber was armed.
Okay, very good. Searching for a robber can be risky. Police need to be extremely cautious. Exercise caution to ensure their safety, especially if the robber was armed. Did everybody get a chance to read this? Everybody? Okay.
The second round.
So the police investigations. Police conduct many kinds of investigations. One was the one with the theft of the artwork in the last sentence, where they went to the museum to find out who stole the art. So there are many types of investigations that can be, and can sometimes be dangerous, depending on the situation. Now, there are different types of criminals in the world. There are robbers, and they can be extremely dangerous. Others maybe not so dangerous, like sometimes white-collar criminals. White-collar criminals? White-collar criminals. What would they be?
White collar criminal.
White-collar criminals. White collar. Collar. Yeah, white collar criminals. What would they be? Suit and tie, white shirt, tie, suit, walks into the bank. Hi, good afternoon. I'd like to cash a check. I I have an account at another bank, same bank, but another branch, and I just like to cash this check. And here's my ID. Thank you very much. And cashes the check. Thanks the teller for the money, and walks out. White shirt, tie, everything. And an hour later, they find out that check was a fake. It was a fraud. We were cheated out of 10,000 US dollars by that guy in the suit and tie. And what they call white-collar crime. It's not violent in the sense of he didn't come in, stick a gun in your face and say, give me the money. No. He smiled. How are you? Very nice to meet you. Polite, kind, white collar, suit, tie. No problem. Sometimes they can be dangerous, but not all the time. Depends on the situation. For example, can you give me an idea of what you're talking about? Yeah, here's an example of what I'm talking about. Searching for a robber. Someone who came into that same bank a day later with a gun. Give me the money. Can be dangerous for a robber. And when the police search for the robber, they better be careful. You just can't walk around with your hands in the pocket and say, hey, did you rob the bank? No. Searching for a robber can be risky. There are dangerous elements involved. There's a risk involved. It's not just all a piece of cake. It can be risky, and police need to be extremely cautious. Extremely cautious. Be on alert at all times when searching for the robber, to ensure their safety, to make sure they don't get hurt, and especially cautious if the robber was armed. What does it mean to be armed?
Carry weapons.
Yes. Armed with some type of weapon. A lot of times these days, the weapon is a gun, a pistol. Don't move, anybody. Sometimes it's a knife, sometimes it's a club, but 99% of the time in these situations, it's a pistol or a gun. White-collar crime. They can be very easygoing, peaceful guys. Because I've arrested some. I remember one guy coming off a plane from Alaska. I was standing there. He's coming down the aisle. He sees me. He knows right away. Boom. And he just points to himself. And I go, and that was the end of it. That was it. Sometimes they can be very easygoing. No fight, no anything. Other times it can be quite dangerous. Any questions about the words? Risky, cautious, dangerous?
Dangerous. Caution is the event or careful.
Extremely careful, cautious. We approached cautiously. We didn't just walk up and then get, boom, shot, boom, dead. No. Different type of approach. Extremely careful, cautious. Don't just go up and knock on the door and standing there thinking everything will be okay. No. Extremely cautious. Anybody else? Question?
What is the meaning of dangerous in this sentence? I understand the meaning of dangerous, but in this sentence.
Sometimes be dangerous. There can be a great risk. Risk. And it depends on the situation. Now, not all the time, but a lot of times, white-collar crime has to be detected, figured out, but they're usually not dangerous in the sense they're going to shoot. A lot of times, but you can never say for sure. But a lot of times, they just, you got me, that's it. That's it. But a lot of times, robbers with guns, especially if they're being pursued, chased, they can turn and fire. So you have to be very, very careful when pursuing robbers.
It means being careful, maybe risky.
Yeah, great risk. So you have to ensure your safety. And you can do that by being very cautious.
Make sure to
A lot of times, like, if I knew that the robber was in a hotel room, up on the, let's say, 7th floor, room 704, would I go up and knock on the door? No. You get 3 or 4 other police in the lobby, boom, 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 and have the front desk, yes, sir. Yes, sir, a package has arrived for you. It's in the lobby, sir. We're holding it here. You'll have to sign for it. Down he comes, walks up to the front desk, over. Surprised. No package. Police right there. You don't go up and knock on the door and then the bullets come through the wood. No. You have the call made. Package, sir, in the lobby. You'll have to sign for it. We'll hold it here.